Interesting news about the Trump administration yet again. It's a Trump-heavy day here at the podcast. And, this news came out like a month or so ago, but I thought I really needed to talk about it just because of how terrible this is. So the Trump administration filed a new briefing in the Supreme Court wanting the court to say that Obamacare is unconstitutional and that they should just strike down the law entirely. Now, this right here is already bad enough. Look, I don't like Obamacare, all right? I'm just going to say it there. I don't like it not because it provides health care to 20 million more people. No, I don't like it because it goes too far to the right. It's a right-wing plan that was developed in the 90s by Newt Gingrich in the Republican Revolution, the Gingrich Revolution, really. And then Paul Ryan and, mainly Speaker John Boehner liked it. Then the Heritage Foundation took it up. And then Mitt Romney passed it. It was known as Romneycare in Massachusetts. And then it was passed by Obama. So he came in and he said, now I'm going to do this healthcare plan. And the right wing said, no, we don't like it because you like it. Even though we proposed it, we came up with the idea of Mitt Romney passed it. We don't like it. Even though we liked it before, but just because you're in power, we don't like it. Now, just remember that right now it does protect pre-existing conditions as much as it can because Trump's in office and he's dismantled it a lot, and it makes it so that it makes the healthcare industry give 80% of the profits that it makes, 80% of the profits to healthcare, right? It's got to actually do healthcare. And before, you actually had like really, really weird probabilities where it was like, 50% or really weird numbers like that. And it was crazy where they didn't have to give most of their profits to actual health care. Okay. Now, those are a few good things that healthcare, this Obamacare plan does, and it lets you be on your parents' plan until you're 26, and a few other things. Now, they got rid of the Obamacare mandate now, or the individual mandate. Now, why did they get rid of the individual mandate? Well, when Boehner and everybody else sued Obama on this to get rid of Obamacare, what Clarence Thomas said was, it's a tax. I think it was John Roberts or Clarence Thomas, one of the Republican justices on the court. The majority opinion was it's a tax. So in 2017, as the Republicans were getting ready to do their tax bill, they said, hey, Lisa Murkowski, we know you don't want us to do this. You don't want us to touch Obamacare. You don't want that. We'll touch it, but we'll also give you lots of drilling in Alaska. I know your dad wants that. And, she went with that. Okay, well, so they got rid of it. And it basically said you have to have health care. Now, the double-edged sword about it was you had to actually pay a $96 fine or more if you didn't have health care, which I thought was stupid. But it kept people from having to pay more, right? Well, now that's gone. And then Trump, because their health care of a skinny repeal of Obamacare failed in 2018 or 2017, he basically started chipping away at Obamacare himself. Like, okay, fine, you won't do it, I'll do it. But that's not enough for him. Now he's got to go after health care. Okay? Now he's actually got to go and say, okay, I want the Supreme Court to say, you know what, we'll take it away forever. Now, this right here, as a Twitter thread said, is so stupid. Even Republican congressmen are not wanting this to happen. Not because they don't want this to happen, right? Not because they don't agree with it. No, they absolutely agree with it. But they don't want to tackle the issue right now. It's so dumb. It's a political death wish. That's where they don't want to handle it. Not because they care about you, but because they care about their damn seats. And they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing, you dumbass? What are you doing? What are you doing? We're going to lose our seats. We're not going to get back to the House, but we're going to freaking lose the Senate. What are you doing? But see, they know the game. They know, why did they not do his tax cut thing, the payroll tax cut? Because they know better than to cut Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare during an election. And they also know better than to try and cut Obamacare during an election too. But nope, you got Trump, who's politically stupid, not politically savvy most of the time. Sometimes he is with marketing, but so he files this claim, and he wants the Supreme Court to say it is unjustified, to say it is unconstitutional, and to say that it is against the law and to strike it down. Strike down the law. Now, here's the first problem, right? For the Republicans, it'll lose them seats, okay? That's their problem, not mine. Go ahead, make them lose seats, okay? Here's the problem with people like me and you. Obamacare came with a Medicaid expansion plan. In Missouri, that just won to expand Medicaid. Now more than 200,000 people are going to get Medicaid. That's going to be gone. The pre-existing conditions coverage, that's going to be gone. You won't be able to be in your parents' plan until 26 anymore. You won't have any health care coverage. It'll be just like the good old days when the healthcare industry didn't have to put any profits towards healthcare and they could just keep it all to themselves. They can still do that, but only 20%. And Trump's like, no, we need to do a lot more than that. So it does that. It takes away healthcare. Now, we're in a pandemic. So right now, we've got over 20 million people uninsured. We got about 28 million. We have another 20 million added because more than 20 million Americans have gotten fired, laid off, furloughed, or what else in this pandemic. And then they lost their health care because of that. And now Trump wants to add 20 million more Americans to not having health care. 20 million more people during a pandemic. Are you dumb? Are you serious? Like, I mean, come on. During a pandemic. I know I'm going crazy and all that, but it's like, are you kidding me? Like, this is so stupid. That's what's going to happen is we're going to lose all the coverages that all the benefits that Obamacare does and covers. We're now going to get more people off of their health care in a pandemic because the president doesn't like Obamacare. We all know that. But seriously, during a pandemic, these guys know no bounds. None. Zero. All they care about is supplying their corporate overlords, their private donors, the bankers, the healthcare execs, the fossil fuel executives, the Israel lobbyists. All they care about is pleasing them and making you lose your health care during a pandemic. Now you may say, hey, Joe Biden doesn't care about you or your health care either. That is true. But at least Joe Biden, in a Joe Biden administration with a Democratic House and Senate, will not take away health care during a pandemic. I'd like to ask every Trump supporter, everyone, my dad, everybody, how the hell is that making America great again? How the hell is that making America better? Oh, Obama made us pay more in taxes because of healthcare. You're going to pay a lot more in terms of healthcare. And even with Obamacare, you got nurses that support it because they're tired of billing thousands and thousands of different healthcare plans for thousands of different patients. If you want to go visit an endocrinologist, a cardiologist, whatever, you have to make sure, is this doctor in network? Does Medicaid cover this RN? Does this cover this? Does that? All you want to do is get better, and you got to worry about who covers what. That's why we need a Medicare for all system. But no, Now we're forced to talk about how Trump wants to get rid of healthcare in a pandemic. All because we hate Obamacare. They don't care about giving you healthcare. The Trump administration doesn't care about you. And any Trump supporter who tells you otherwise is too busy watching Fox News, QAnon, Daily Wire, Daily Caller, Breitbart, and every other right-wing news hack that's spewing nonsense because the right wing are nonsense, because they don't like actual facts and statistics. They don't like that. Donald Trump is not here for you. He's already trying to cut Social Security in a pandemic, in a year of election, and if he gets reelected, bye-bye Medicaid, bye-bye Medicare, bye-bye Social Security, bye-bye healthcare. That's what's going to happen. And if you don't believe me, elect him one more time. Do it. Go. The right wing only cares about their healthcare when it affects them. A red state like Missouri just voted to expand healthcare. And, various left-wing sites have done this thing where they go to Trump rallies and they say, well, how do you feel about government and healthcare? They're like, get your hands off my Medicare. You idiots. You right-wing hacks. And yeah, I'm talking to the average people too. Medicare is the government. That's who it is. That's who gives you Medicare. That's who gives you Medicaid. That's who does it. That's who does it. Oh, and this is how the right wing is. Every single right winger you'll ever meet. Me. I don't care. Get rid of Obamacare. Oh my God, I don't have Medicaid. My mom, my dad, me, my sister, my cousin. Oh no. Oh, my uncle. Oh, my cousin, my sister. Oh, me. Oh my God, it's me. That's the only time the right wing ever cares. Is when, oh my God, wait, you're actually going to take away my healthcare? I just thought you were going to do it to those left-wing losers, those socialists, those communists. Wait, now you're going to do it to me? Yeah. For those that say Trump is absolutely here for the United States, yeah, the United States corporations, not you, not me.